Hi friends, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener, and today I'm just sitting here in the garden with some iced tea, just enjoying, trying to just soak it in for a minute. I just think it's so important. Us gardeners work so hard and we're out deadheading and fertilizing and doing all those things, and I really want to try to just sit and enjoy the garden space a little bit more this year. So right now, these pink peonies, today's probably going to be one of their last days because we're getting some rain. I may even cut them just to enjoy the final blooms. But the Elizabeth Rose over here from David Austin, oh my goodness, you guys, she smells so good and is so beautiful. So I've got a really fun project today that I'm working on. I have a little vintage find that I've had for about 2 years, and I just haven't figured out where to put it in the garden, but I think I've got that figured out. So I want to show that to you today, but I wanted to take just a minute to breathe the wonderful smells of the roses, and I thought I'd show you just a couple that are right here in the main garden before we get started on our project, because they are just really gorgeous. I hope to get another flush before my June garden tour, but I thought you might enjoy just seeing them in all their glory. So I thought I'd show you. I think I've got 4 David Austins in this main space, and I'll show you those beauties, and then I'm going to show you this really fun project that I'm hoping turns out great. We'll see. So I'm going to sit here for just another minute longer. I'll show you the roses and we'll jump in. Okay, so first up, this is the Elizabeth Rose from David Austin. She is different than my other Elizabeth Rose. Let me show you these sweet new blooms. She has clusters of blooms. I think the biggest and best example is going to be this cluster right here. Look at all those gorgeous little blooms. There's a new one right there. But she smells incredible. I just love, love, love these clusters. I think I'm probably going to come in and cut these today. They won't last long in the vase because they've been open for almost a week, but we're going to get rain, and I just thought I would enjoy the blooms. Plus, cutting your blooms is going to bring out new ones, but I'm really excited to see that she is blooming here in the front. We're going to have just tons of blooms in the back. Now, I am kind of trying her in this space. You can see right now it's shaded. She does get plenty of morning and late afternoon sun. All right, and then one more look at these peonies. There's a little bug in there. These have just been so, so stunning. This is the Emily Bronte, and she struggled where she was because she was not in full sun. Now that I've moved her, she's taking off. Look at this cluster of blooms. There's 3 and 1 in the center. I think that is like classic Emily Bronte. That's why I bought her. And I did not get this before. So some roses absolutely need full sun. Look at those blooms. And I think this is what people really kind of classic David Austin, these shrub style roses. You get these clusters. They're just so beautiful. Now, sometimes you will get a single bloom. Like this right here is just a single. Isn't that beautiful? And then most of the time you get these clusters of 3. So this is the Roald Dahl, and it's one of my absolute favorites. I did have to move this rose also, but she is doing great. And I think she's gonna grow up taller now that she's out from under the crabapple tree. So these David Austin roses, unless they say partial shade, they really need full sun. That's the lesson that I have to share. But what I like about her is she starts with that really orange color, then she fades to like soft apricot peach, and then she goes to this kind of white with little specks. Sun's coming back out, but she's a beautiful rose. Okay, so we're going to be working here today at my arbor. So this is the arbor at the entrance kind of to my garden. Right there is my driveway, and back in the back is my little floral shed. And we're going to be working with a special addition to this space. So we have a grass edge. It edges our pavers, and it goes then down to our grass area. So let me turn around. So you can see we have this little strip, and it goes along the beds, and then it goes along all the way down at this bed. So it just makes everything really clean and uniform. The only issue with that has been that, of course, I planted on either side of the bed. And so it makes it really hard to trim and edge and all of that. I've been trying to figure out what to do about it. Well, I think I have just the solution, and we're going to install it today. So let me show you these gorgeous stone tiles. So we have a vintage store in town. They've closed now, but they used to get crates, not truckloads, but shipments from Europe. They were a European dealer of furniture and accessories and things like that. So I went in there one day, and they had gotten in a just caseload full of these stone edgers. So these are garden edging, and very thick, so gorgeous. And so I wish I had gotten more. They weren't cheap, but I got 8. And I've tried them in different places, and they just haven't worked real well. So, but they're so pretty. And so I think putting a little square or rectangle around the area where I have the vines planted on both sides, I think will be perfect. Then we can make sure that we edge around it and just keep it really neat, and also protect my sweet little plants from getting hit with an edger or a mower. And I think it'll just look really great. It'd be a great use for these. So when I was there, I also got 2 of these. You can see how old they are, but it's just a beautiful floral print. And so I've had these in a couple different spots. Right now, I have them on the inside edge of this area. So I have them right there. Now, I don't have them in the ground. I may decide to do that today, but again, that just helps make sure nobody hits them when they're edging or trimming. So I'm gonna get started with removing some of the sod. We're gonna start on this side, which is in the shade, and I can't wait to see how it comes together. So let me go get some tools, and we're gonna jump right in. Okay, everybody, I got the first one done and I'm so excited with it. I just think it's the sweetest thing and it's so perfect right here at the rose and the clematis. Now, I did not level it. I did not make sure it was absolutely perfect. It's just supposed to be a natural little edge and I got it. I kind of lined up the tops. They are super old. They are not aligned to begin with. They're kind of warped a little. I wedged them in there just like I think they're supposed to be. I had to be really careful on this side because I have a rose that is not rooted in super deep because she was left when I pulled out a rose last year and she came back. And then I have a clematis here. So I just wanted to be really careful with the roots. Now I'm gonna go over and do this second one. And I have the trumpet, honeysuckle trumpet vine right here with the roots, but because this is going to come out, I think I can work with my shovel, just kind of clean the area up first and then dig down. I won't have to do as much hand work. So, and I'm going to lay it out and then I can just go in with the big shovel and kind of cut around and it should go pretty quick. So let's get these done. I just think they're going to be so sweet. Unfortunately, when I tried to do this side, the trumpet vine, the honeysuckle trumpet vine, just the roots are all in this area. So we should have done something like this when we first moved in. But what I am going to do is get some metal edging and kind of come all the way out. And I'm going to mulch this because I really want to make sure the roots of this vine that I have grown now for 4 years, and it's just doing so beautiful, but I want to make sure it's protected. So I will pick up some mulch later this week. The grass comes up really easy and I can actually use these pieces in some other places. So I don't know that the little stone edging will stay here, and I do not have it all the way level, but I decided to put it at the edge of my little house right here. So this is not going to probably stay this way, but at least it's not just sitting somewhere. At least I'm enjoying it. And at some point when I plant something, I can then use it. So we recently had to dig up all around here and put in some chicken wire down about 2 feet because we were having rabbits move under the house and they were making babies nonstop and eating up all my plants, like this rose. It's coming back, but it got a really slow start. So anyway, we got that all done. And so then we had to edge this and I had to fill in because the grass just got kind of destroyed. So I'm going to use grass from that other spot to place in here. And then for now, I just kind of set the stones right here. Now what I'm thinking, I am going to be planting, you'll see this in a later video, a wonderful climber, and it's going to go kind of tucked in right here. And I think I can frame around it, kind of box it in with these leftover stones. So I'm going to use them in the next few weeks, but at least right now they are stacked up here. It will also hopefully keep the rabbits from digging. I had to put a brick over here. This is where they were coming in and they've still been coming back and digging. So they're persistent. But for now, these guys will just stay right here. So that's going to do it for today. I was really excited to get this project done. And I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.